Okay. This is a short, I don't know how long this video is going to be. It may be short, it may be long. But, I'm Chris, and CEO of the Mayberry Railroad, MRR, if you haven't noticed. Yeah, just tell you a little bit about me. I'm almost 68 years old. I have been a model railroader for over 60 plus years, doing my own maintenance for over 55 years, and all that time I've been doing all scales. Okay? And I'll maybe put these back on so I can see what the heck I'm doing. Yeah, I'm bald headed. Oh, now I can see. First of getting old, the eyes go and everything else. But anyway, back to the subject. Model trains and other things. Now, granted, I've been doing it over 60 years until around 2012, after I had the third surgery on my knee. Had a total knee joint replacement. And then 3 months later, I had another total knee joint replacement after I fell in the kitchen and broke my femur in two. And they had to redo the knee and rebuilt the knee and put a rod all the way up from the knee all the way up to my hip. And in 93, I had 3 grand mal seizures, or 2 rather. So if you ever seen one or been through one, you know that can kind of fry your brain a little bit, mess up with your memory. And then in February 22, I had a stroke, and that scrambled my brain. So short-term memory, zilch. Not much. Long-term memory, pretty good. But anyway, this is mainly about model trains. I still do all scales. Got 1Z scale. I've got about 10 that are in N scale. 56 steamers in HO. Oh, I meant, no, that's 67 steamers in HO and 57 in diesels. From GG1s to F units to SD40s, all that shit and everything. And I run passenger, and I run freight trains, and I run mixed trains in all scales. Because that's what I'd like to do. And I do what I like to do. As long as I don't cause harm to others or anything like that, I'm not going to do it. Now, if you're thinking about getting into model railroading, or your children might be, then I would suggest you consider like their age. And if you're gonna try to hide it, your layout, if it's on a piece of wood, plywood or whatever, you can make one. I mean, we did it back in the early 60s. Put coasters on 4 corners under a rope and set it in our bunk beds. We had to measure it and everything. I can't cut it, but you can do it. That way you already have your transformer on there, you have your track on there, you have your your details on there, where you want to put a tunnel or whatever. I mean, it was O scale. Started out with Lionel, 15 fleet sets, passenger and freight cars and everything, and engines, mainly steamers back then. And if we want to run our trains, we just pull it out. Since the transformer's on there, we just plug it into a wall outlet and add power, and we ran. That's one way. You can do the thing with the chain where you got two hinges on it on a wall, where you're not running trains, you take your trains off, and most of your layout that's on there, and then you just fold it up. You got a couple of chains or a couple of ropes to hold it up there at level, and then you can just put it up against the wall and latch it up to where it won't fall down on nobody. But I would consider, if whatever room you're going to have it, to depending on the amount of space you have available or you want to dedicate to it, that you consider the size, the scale that you want to start out in, and put if there's going to be other activities in the same room, like parties or Thanksgiving, Christmas, that kind of thing, there's going to be other things on, so you ain't going to be able to run your trains, right? So that's things to consider. Once you do that, get some old railroad magazines, read through a few of them, look at the pictures, look at the layouts people have done, go to hobby shops and your local model railroad clubs, visit them when they have open house, see how they've done things, or how things look, how things work. Now me, I've been doing it for over 60 years, and I still do DC. I don't even mess with DCC. I don't need all the bells and whistles. So anyway, and then you can decide what time period you want to do. You don't have to, but some people do. And there's nothing wrong in anything you do in model railroading. People say there is, but no. The whole object is to have fun with the hobby. Now, like when I was in junior high and going into high school and all through high school, I was into model planes, flying model planes. Well, we didn't have rail control like we have nowadays, but two strings on a handle, you go down circles, that's what we did. And did that until I graduated in 3 years instead of 4 years. But then in the Air Force for 4 years. Before I graduated from tech school, I got my pilot's license for single engine aircraft, and I did that for 4 years. And in my spare time, got into model rocketry. The old Estes rockets. Good old times. Then after they got up so far, they popped the chute and go catch them. And I had friends that would had more time, more fun running them down and everything. That way I can put another engine in it and launch it again. Back in the 80s, I got into RC boat, RC rail control boats in competition running races with a bunch of friends at the lake. Did that for 3 or 4 years. But before I got there, they've been doing it for several years. And Army Corps engineers built them a platform for the ones that was in the race. That way they're above everything, so they can see the whole course of the race track. And we had fun with them things. Oh yeah, I remember fond memories. And then I pretty much mainly do HO scale now in trains. I got one little RC car. That's 187 scale, which is HO. It's a rally car that I sometimes take everything off the road and just run it around my little streets on my layout. And it's RC, real controlled. So you don't have to control it or nothing like that. You just use your little keypad there thing and you run it around there, and that can be kind of fun, especially if you got trains running. But anyway, I enjoy steam engine more than I do diesel. But each to their own. As long as you're not causing any harm to anybody, bugging anybody in the house, then do what you want to do. A hobby is just that. It's a hobby. And it's meant to have fun with. If you're not having fun with it, like on my layout, it's on a 4x8 piece of plywood with 1-inch foam on it, covered with a whole roll of grass mat. That's what the grass is. And nothing, including the roads, the track, whatever configuration I decided I want to make it, is not glued down. Not even the buildings. Not even the sidewalks. Not even the roads. You can pull them up. And reuse them. You just peel off the back on the roads, and they stick. And they can be reused over and over again, or get new ones. They're cheap. Roads I've done with masking tape, mainly black masking tape, so that way you can draw your lines on there. But all the lighting and everything on my buildings was done before I put everything down, or as I went along. Instead of going through the cardboard and having to get underneath that. After 2012, I really couldn't get it on the floor anymore, because at that time I was on a cane. And anytime I got on the floor after the 4 knee surgeries, I would have to call 911 to get them to get me back up on my feet again. So I got tiresome after the first few times. So the last 4 or 5 years, I'm on a walker for any length of time, distance walking. So can't get that in here. Well, I can get around the lake, 3 sides of the layout. I got the short end up against the wall, and then I got it sitting on, always had it on 2 sawhorses that has 2 2x6s on it. They're 8 feet long. That way it covers the whole distance of the layout. They all rest on. So it don't budge. It don't work. So in my apartment, it's pretty much controlled with heating and air conditioning, still heating and air, so don't have to worry too much about warping. At least I haven't since 2013 in January when I set it up. I've moved it 3 times, and after I got where I wanted it, took me maybe an hour, 2 hours maybe, to get everything set up. And I was running trains. That's what I like. I've had my fill of doing switching and stuff like that. That was early 2000s. So before then, when I could get on the floor, we run trains on the floor. So I could get on the floor and play. But I can't do that. So now it's on a basic table kind. I mean, used to run trains on a big dining room table, the old with the intricate carvings and all that kind of stuff. Cause when I was little, growing up on Saturday morning, I get up early because that was my job to polish that with old English leather before I could watch cartoons. And I enjoy my cartoons. I still do. But anyway, whatever your hobby is, reading, sewing, needlepoint, crocheting, just to have fun doing it. So, do it. When you make a mistake, you try to correct it, if you can. Nothing is going to be permanent. I mean, nothing on my layout is permanent. I mean, I've tried so many different configurations and different positions, like none of the buildings is set permanent. If I want to change any one of those buildings out, I can. I'll have to just get one that gets already made or bought, used. A lot of my engines are used, but I've been doing my own maintenance and repairs for over 55 years, so I know my way around doing electronics, to keep from blowing stuff up. Making a steam engine that's not a smoking steam engine become a steam engine, putting out smoke. That's a bad thing, usually. But you do preventive maintenance on your engines, whether it's diesel or steamers, so that way they run longer, run better, and more efficient. And the engines, they're pretty simple to work on, to clean, tear down, rebuild. But so far, over 60 years, I've been doing it and having fun, building kit, rolling stock, whether it's a passenger set or rolling stock, those kits can be fun too, especially if you weather them sometimes. I don't put nothing on my layout that's got a bunch of graffiti on it because I ain't into that. So all my stuff are all natural. Now, if I used to engine a car, and some of them were 40, 50, 60 years old. Some of them got one Lionel set that I got the engine. You got 3 cars you're pulling behind it. And it's got nicks and it's got paint chips in it, paint's falling off of it. But I've enjoyed it. I don't know. I just take a paintbrush and after I get it, dust all the dust off of it, and then I set it back down and say, okay, now it's weathered. So I just look to have fun running trains. And most of my videos are nothing but trains running. Now sometimes I'm talkative, making voices and everything, mostly cartoon characters, or I'm singing, or whatever. But I just do whatever strikes me, whether it's trains, RC cars outside. I've got over close to 60 RC cars that I can run outside. And I get looks and questions asked by the young'uns here over the years. And they enjoy watching them, especially the little ones. Just learn how to walk and so still in their diapers and stuff. But oh, they'll come out and their moms will be bringing them out and they will want to sit there and watch. I said, okay, I'm just out here having fun, not bothering anybody. So, whole object of any hobby, whatever it is to have fun. And if it don't become fun, then that's when I switch to something else. I just try not to get burnt out on just one thing. Because you can't very easily. So I keep a mixture of things going so that way I don't get burned out. Good water. Cool, clear water. Water. Oh, don't spill that, bozo. But whatever you choose to get into or how deep you want to get into it, you can get lightly into it or you can get heavy into it. Now, there's things I like to change on mine, but don't have the room, being in an apartment. Each room's on a certain size, and that's what you got to work with. And that's just things you got to consider if you're going to get in a hobby. And over time, things will change. There's going to be moves. There's going to be different locations across town, across state lines, different states, all the way across one side of the country to the other side of the country. So, you learn to adapt things, just like your health. As you get older, things are going to happen. Things that you can't control. You try, but you ain't. Because everybody always, passes on. So after I'm gone, they'll plant me up there at the VA cemetery here. Put me on top of where my late wife is when she passed away in '07. So that'll be into me, and all my trains and everything else becomes somebody else's problem to deal with. And I've got two shelves, nothing but Marlboro books. Complete series, all 12 issues of each year. Each one's got 10 or 12 in there. Great years. And then the next level up, I've got my CDs of Running Trains, and now I've got the book. There's probably close to 65 or so railroad that's got layout designs, articles, 1950s kind of stuff, time period pieces, railroad books. Oh, I got a ton of them in the living room. I bring out every once in a while. Down on top, I got my diesels up there, or most of them rather, ones I run. But if they don't run out, make them run out, do repairs on it, and get them running. And that's just kind of things I like to do. So that'll be it. And we'll say 73, which is CB Talk, to catch you later on the flip side. So enjoy life where you can, when you can. And, just got to put your priorities in straight when you're young and when you get old. But just have fun in life. Life's too short. I mean, I know I'm over the hill and everything, and I probably don't have much time left, but anyway, I'm going to have fun. can. I mean, I don't mind going anytime when the good Lord decides to take me. But I'd rather stay here and have fun running trains until he calls me back home. So, enjoy life, people. You know, it don't take much. But you gotta work at it. Okay? Okay. We'll see you all later. If you watch the whole thing, that's good. If you don't, well, that's your loss. And that's pretty much about all I can come up with. So we'll say bye-bye now. Y'all come back now, you hear? Enjoy life.